Good afternoon, peoples. What we have now is a new 4-hour candle, and it's starting to continue on its merry way down. What can I say? Yeah, no, anyway, it's we're still staying under that MA. We're still under the range. We'll get rid of that one. All pressures at 51. Can't remember what it was this morning. It just seems to be going a little bit sideways, and we'll have a look at the lower time to see. But yeah, we're still under the break structure. We're moving down under the MA, out of that chop range. If you drew a line across, you'd probably see a level across there. Yep, cool. I like that. Means nothing, but I like it. It's moved out of that chop. And we've got a wick at the top. That's even better. Down to the 1 hour. You can see we're still sandwiching in between these. We've got an hour supply. We're stacking them on top now. Hopefully we go and take them out below. Nothing's changed there. And the lower time frame. So I've just entered another short here on the perfect retest of the supply. We'll see. There's nothing wrong with it popping up and taking me out, but there is still some business inside supply here. So that did bother me. However, I've taken a short. Everything's moving pretty slow. It's Saturday afternoon. Nobody's buying crypto. Everyone's at the footy. So yeah, it hasn't done a liquidity grab either. My stop's just above there. I think it probably looks something like this. Pretty decent position, actually. I only entered it 5 minutes ago. I thought I'd do an update. So it could do one or two things. It continue on down and start printing, or it can hit these MAs, bounce back up into supply, do a liquidity grab, take me out and keep dumping, or bounce into the MAs straight through supplies and keep running. So what I'd normally look for there is vectors. There's no vectors that haven't been claimed. That one's been reclaimed by that wick. There's nothing up there. Nothing up here as well. So it's all good. It's all taken. CME gap still above. Don't forget. You can't ignore it, but it doesn't have to get filled straight away. Looking at the 1 hour, it sort of puts me off entering because we are right in the middle. But because we printed a fresh supply, I was confident. We also printed a fresh demand. This wasn't here last video, or it had just printed. I can't remember. I don't think it was printed yet. But bullish pressure's pretty low. So there's look, it's a weekend trade. Worst case scenario, I might get to here. My TP1's at this demand anyway, so I might move TP1 up to here, but we'll see how we go. See what the market's giving us. A couple of other coins that I've gone in Ethereum now again. I've added another position. Same deal. Sandwiching. Oh, if you look on the 1 hour, we're above demand. So that's only a recent demand. Yeah, uptrend, hit supply, rejected, come down hard, and it's compressing here above the demand, or what do they call it? Consolidating. Yeah, no, it's compressing here just above demand. It is above the below the MAs. If Bitcoin rolls over, it's obviously going to follow. So I took the low time frame entry on that, which is just under this really fresh supply. So I only printed that supply 2 hours ago. So it's downward pressure nonetheless. For all we know, on the weekend, it's fuel. So tight stop. It's right above that wick there because there's a vector there. I'm not going to give away any more capital than I have to, because if it wicks through there and takes me out, I could have put that size position. It's not too bad. Like, that's still a pretty damn good Ethereum position, but I've got a little bit bigger position with a lot less risk. And the weekends, you just want less risk weekend. So stop loss just above. I think it was even tighter than that. Might have been at that wick. So if it's going to go up there, it's going to get that vector. That's definitely a target. So yeah, let's hopefully just let structure play and pay. What else have I got here? Took a Litecoin and supply, same thing. So this one, it's had a pretty good run up, and it's stacking demands. Left a big paddock down here. There's still a big paddock up top. I get that, but it's created a supply, and the supply is relatively close to the breaker structure, which tells me the bull's run out of steam right there. So I waited for it to come back to supply again. So it's come down, it's broken structure to the downside, popped back inside the range, retested supply, and now it's pushed off. So I got in on close a candle on that one there. It's hard to see, isn't it? Oh, I've got this little tooly thing. When that candle, still hard to say. When that candle closed, I jumped in. So, and it gapped down straight away. So I'm pretty happy with that. There's no bullish pressure there. So hopefully that plays out as well. It's a little bit of an AM at the top, which is good. We always like to see them. On the hour, it's just broken structure. So that's the downside to this trade. Is there any vectors over here? No, it's already cleaned them out. That's one there. So there was a little bit. You can see that just above. Oh, look, just above this candle, you can see that vector hadn't been completely captured. So that's what I was definitely aiming for. Now, also, that sticks when you double click. It's cool. Also, what else did I see here? 1 hour. Okay, so it's not a valid retest. So I would like to think that it would come back and retest. That's why my stop loss is just above both of these wicks, because on the hour, if that's the breaker, it's been reclaimed, but there hasn't been a valid retest on the underside. That doesn't mean we can't come down. That doesn't mean we can't come down here, mess around here for the half of the weekend, and then retest from the bottom and go, or retest from the top here and just bounce. So it's another one that's on the fence. However, these are our levels. These are what we use. If they play out, they play out. If they don't, that's trading. There's no crying at a casino, so we're either in it or we're not. And you've got to stand by your strategy. And our strategy is to short that. The other one, if taken here, I took a bit of a gamble. I don't gamble that often anymore, but gambled on this one. OP. It's hit I think it's going to stop me out for sure, but I've only got a scout. It's like tiny position. I think it's a $6 stop loss or something. There's vectors and stuff up here, which you can see I've highlighted. So it could go through, but that supply, that's been there for a long time. It's been tapped once and rejected. We can say we've got an equal high or a higher high. I can't remember. Equal high, but it's sitting at that supply. Now, on the higher time frame, it's also at a 1 hour supply. The vector's still there on the 1 hour, but high time frame, that's where accounts are made. It's where you take your best entries from, high time frame. So if I jag it, I jag it. If I don't, I don't. I think this one was 4 hour as well, wasn't it? Yep, 4 hour as well. 4 hour supply there too. So it does look pretty bullish. But it's made a lower high compared to there and a lower low. Or is that just one leg? It's a higher high and a higher low, and I'm going to get rolled and go up to this 4 hour. I don't know. But like I said, it was a gamble. I really didn't want the long because I'm short on everything else. What else? Oh, another one. Adam, it's on a tear. And maybe I'll have the same battle with this that I had with Injective yesterday. So it's just ripping. But look at that. I'm not at 5 minutes. It's just ripping. But we're at the 1 hour supply. So that's the only reason. It's the only reason. Got to be in it to win it. It's running pretty bullish. Clean long. It's just it's on a mission. Is that the end of its right? Is that the end of the road? I don't know, but I'm happy to have a go. You can see it's um, left a big paddock below on the high time frame, 1 hour, equal highs. It'll either run. There's no supply up there. We'll see what was 4 hour. Can't remember. Oh yeah. Yeah. So it's either gonna continue up and take me right out and go all the way up there and make a fool of me. Which will still be like if you draw kind of basic trend on line on that, I guess I could be in a bit of trouble, really. Yeah, could be. But again, it's high time frame supply. I'm having a go with this big paddock here. We're stacking demands down here, you know. The buyers, they've used all their money. I think we need to come out and take it back from them. They've had their chance to take their profits. So on the short time frame, it looks like a shocking trade, but high time frame entry will always give the best results. But I'm either right or wrong. No big deal. I think I took an AVAX as well. Squeezing, getting squeezed, compressing in between supply and demand, wicks both ways. It's, which way are you going to go? You know, like so bulls own the chart, but the bulls must have run out of steam because they can't break another structure. So hopefully, and so there's no bull pressure here. It's neutral. So it's probably gone from bull to neutral. And I took it, removed all my markings. I took that as a weekend retest, that one there, because it's trying to, it just keeps getting rejected, 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 rejected. Same here, but that's a demand. It's to be expected. But that looks weak. Like that sort of business taken care of in demand. There's a little bit of business still in there, not much, but I've absorbed a lot in there. So we'll see. I've tried shortening that just because it's not bullish. It's printing lower highs. So the high, now a lower high, another lower high. I want to see a lower low. Come back up, maybe retest that properly. But my stop loss is above these wicks here. So on the high time frame, again, it's at supply. So there's a lot of these high time frame supplies that are just being printed, which is downward pressure or fuel. Just remember that. But we're banging up against it. We're not getting through. We're not even holding the candle inside there anymore. So all the bodies are not in there. It's like, see you, bye, we're out. And hopefully that drops. There'll be another one. Another one I'm in. We haven't looked at the bullshit meter yet, have we? So the bullshit meter is telling us lies because it's just neutral. Oof, straight through the middle. There's nothing. It's similar to Ethereum, so it's not up against the supply though. That's the problem here. So if it takes off, the closest to a retest we've got. So break a candle here, reclaims here, retest underneath, push down, break structure to the downside, come back up. It'll probably retest the underside of this if we're going down and dump. Or because everything's so slow, it might do this and may build another demand there. Oh, sorry, supply. But it's wishful thinking. No bullish pressure. We've got short meter, but structure, repair, it's damaged. Yeah. I don't think I've got a position in B&B. No, I don't. There you go. That's how on the fence I am too. But my bias is short, as I've shown with all the videos. If I get rolled, of course, it's a weekend and we just flip long. It's no big deal. As soon as it breaks supply, it's got to come back and retest for me to go long anyway. So I'm short. Short's a favorite at the moment. I've been saying that all week though. So still haven't retired though. So it's that chop that'll kill your accounts, guys. So be very careful. Keep your stops tight. Risk low. Alrighty. Thanks heaps. I've got nothing else. I'll catch you later.